being recorded.
Yeah, hello everybody to this last session of the XStepCafe. And as you might have heard or seen in the blog announcement and my mail that I sent around, it's coming to an end. So because Uwe, who's done in the last couple of years most of the work, and I was sort of merely acting as a moderator and host of this session, he's decided to turn to a totally different area in SAP. Still remains with SAP, but no manufacturing at all. So we have decided that it does not make sense anymore to continue with this. Yeah, and therefore we have decided to make one last session with no topic whatsoever, just hanging around and talking to you guys and saying thank you to you all. And yeah, unfortunately also just half an hour ago I got an email from Uwe saying he got a very important meeting just now, so he's unfortunately not able to join us. So I think I can speak with him on his behalf, that he also tells you a lot of thank you for your attention the last years, and me as well, of course. It was a very rewarding thing, and lots of nice discussions and also nice insights what you did achieve with XSteps and CP manufacturing. That was very, very nice, and but things come to an end, and well, what can I say? Just maybe just to show you what I've done with the site. And as I said in the email, I keep the site running, although I maintain it privately, so it's my own on my own bill. But I put up this disclaimer here that the site has been discontinued, and with a link to the post. This is the post, and it says it has been over 10 years, and I thought maybe just going back to the beginning. So this is sort of the 18th of April 2007. So it's over 10 years now that I did this. My first session, although, was on May 2008. And we did a lot of sessions, and once in a while also some useful posts. Yeah, a lot of reading. You see a lot of. I've got some statistics here. Some reading. How many people read the posts, and probably also looked at the videos. So you see a lot of traffic has been done here, and it's a lot of posts here. Yeah. Okay. Also, well, in the farewell post, I mentioned. I think I need to read this out loud here as well. That we also. Doing this real cut is also something we need to do for our own sort of sanity to make sure that we make room for the new tasks for Uwe, who's doing completely new stuff, and also, I mean, I did it already, but sometimes I could still find things in my mind I could also answer in the sessions, but we. Once in a while we get emails with questions, and I will decided also to, well, link to that post so that you can you know why I'm not answering. It's of course 10 years a long time, and so forth. I'm a little bit sad, but things will continue. Well, it's been so long. What can you do? Well, there's the SAP community blog, so that's the official sort of channel you can do. So I encourage you to post your questions here in the manufacturing channel. Also, of course, I've said it multiple times. If you have your own organizations, DSAG or ASAC, use that. And also, if you've got requirements, pressing questions. I mean, if you've got issues, of course. I mean, manufacturing is not that in SAP. You can, of course, it's still maintained. So you post your issues with the normal channels. The Google Plus community. I mean, I did start this. Hopefully, Google keeps that Google Plus around for some longer time because it's quite busy. As you see, we have 272 members, and we've got a lot of discussions here going on. So use this and help yourself, each other. Would be a real nice thing to do if you can do that. Yeah, and I think that was all I wanted to say as the content of this session officially. And yeah, any thoughts, any last words for me and Uwe? Please go ahead.
Yeah, thanks for this session, because for me it was very helpful. So we at the beginning of XStep in our organization, we had a help from a guy, and after we had to search a lot. So we used a lot of the sessions, and now we still have some questions sometimes, time to time, but. We look over, we ask in the Google Plus or X, we report in our test. But it was a good point of contact.
It would be nice if you could just state your name so that I know who's talking.
Yeah, it's Emmanuel Miret from XStepCafe.
Oh, Emmanuel. Okay, thanks. Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah. Anybody else?
Yeah, this is Tor.
Hi, Tor.
I work for Orkla in Norway.
I know. You're there quite frequently.
Well, in the beginning most, because I started in 2008, 2009 with PPPI or process management, and we had solutions before using the classic old style, which can be very difficult. So I was very happy when I was pushed into this area that XStep came along, and the first initial presentations were really, really helpful to have a good start in this area. And it's been very, very helpful. At times I'm too busy to be able to come to these, but they're always interesting stuff you present and very useful stuff. Yeah, so it's been very, 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 very helpful, and it's very popular in all the plants, all the factories that we go to. We always have PI sheets, and we also use these the process messages for interfacing to palletizer systems and stuff instead of using iDocs, because I think it's quite. It's a nicer way, I think. Mm-hmm. So it's been very, very good.
Good to hear, and thanks a lot. Yeah.
You're the only guru that I have. I call you Dr. Arne when I talk about this session.
Yeah. I fear my knowledge has been decreased during time. One never knows. I mean, let's see what comes in the future. But currently, I mean, maybe I think I said it also in the past. I'm working in development as a product owner. So it's for those who don't know what a product owner is, it's a little bit like product manager. And we are doing SAP Hybris marketing, so it's a marketing solution from SAP. So totally different. I still use some of my skills I build up in with XSteps and especially HTML PI sheets because I mean obviously it's all Fiori and it's all HTML and JavaScript and style sheets. So and with our landing pages, which is one of the areas I'm doing functionality of. There is also interesting to use CSS style sheets and stuff like that to make things work. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Anybody else who's joined? So we're just doing a round of comments and last words.
This is IDEX. This is Sue Roshan and Lonnie Brown. We just joined.
Hi, Sue and Laurie. I'm glad you're here. Thanks a lot. I already said Uwe couldn't make it. Unfortunately, he got some last-minute meeting he needed to attend.
Ah, something else more interesting, probably.
Yeah. Well, some meetings you just cannot sort of avoid or reject.
Yes, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So any last words from your side?
You're moving on, huh?
Yeah, I mean, I already said I moved on for some years already, but Uwe does it now as well, so it does not really make sense to continue like that because we need to free up our space in our minds for the new stuff. So, yeah.
Yep, that's what we all have to do.
Yeah. And so we thought it's a good thing not to sort of let it trickle along, but make a decisive point to stop it.
Maybe ask where Uwe is going or in what area he will be working in?
It's in the more technical area in SAP,
okay.
More basis relevant. No functional area at all.
So who is in charge of XSteps and this stuff now, and what happens with S4HANA?
I feared that you asked that question, but unfortunately, either I or Uwe, we are now officially part of that area, and then we cannot really say anything official. And you really, as I said in the post, maybe I can bring up again here. You need to go to your official contact channels, and maybe first starting point is maybe the SAP community blog. So there's a manufacturing site here, and maybe ask there.
We'll see. This will live on because it's a good technology. I think it's very flexible and it's very popular among the users out there at the factories.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, what I can say is. Of course, the technology is still there, and there are maintenance. There's maintenance offered by SAP for I think quite a long time still. So it's not that it will stop working because we are now leaving. Just that you don't misunderstand this.
So Arnie,
Laurie,
were you involved in the Influence Council that Sumanta Chakraborty was leading? Were you involved in? I know Yui was in that.
Maybe Uwe was there. It's really a pity he could not join. I was of course not involved because I left that area a long time ago. So I cannot tell you anything about it.
Because we were
also
any here at IDEX. We were. Like a level, I don't know. We spent some time with the folks that were on that Influence Council, and answered a lot of questions and talked to them about our requirements and that sort of thing. And then after we had those discussions, I never heard anything. So I sent an email this week saying what's going on, but I haven't heard anything. So I just didn't know.
Yeah, do so. Really, yeah. Write mails and ask via your official channels. Do that, and that's a good thing.
Is that supposed to define? Well, the purpose was to evaluate solutions, SAP solution offerings for process industries. So I would have hopefully
Yeah. Yeah, I hope so too. I'm also curious what what to come there, but as I said, I don't have any insight myself because I'm not for a long time part of that area and cannot speak officially anyway. Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
can you hear me, guys?
Who's there?
It's Gil Sarig.
Thank
I've
you.
been in and out of sessions every now and then. I just want to say thank you. I'm a freelancer that works a lot with PP and BPPI and PI sheets. I would say the first thank you was on 2008. You saved my butt with this productivity tool. I used it.
Good.
It came out, I think, in September 7, and in January I already used it for design for PI sheets. So it was very helpful.
Just some simple Excel.
Yeah. I think it saved me because I didn't know so well the syntax of the process instruction. So it saved me many hours. And I think back then there was not a lot of tools to learn how to do that apart from official courses.
Yeah.
Maybe somebody showing you and so on. So it was
What else?
not like today.
In a similar way, I did something in my first project where I implemented a weighing system at a pharmaceutical customer. We had some really complex tables we needed to design, lots of columns and also calculations going on there. And what I did is I just made up a mock-up in Excel with live formulas. I also tweaked the look and feel of the Excel table that it looked like a PI sheet. So that was also very helpful to really make the business also show, okay, this would look like this, and this would be the results. Is that what you expect? And that was really helpful to avoid many iterations doing just spec documents.
Yeah.
Really also good tip.
Well, that client had the ABAP-based PI sheets, and we moved to browser-based. And actually, my key user, which is a Meister for penicillin line, he didn't know English so well, so we really used the the visual help to really good. So so we were brave back then. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, after 2008, I didn't have a lot of opportunities to introduce PI sheets because all my customers have MES and crazy systems and so on. So that's mainly, but it's always
that's always been sort of the two poles. Yeah? So on one hand, you have one system where you can, if you can accept what also the restrictions you might have there. But you have just one system landscape. You can do it all in one system if that is enough for you. And on the other hand, of course, the decoupled MES systems with high availability maybe also and decentralized stuff has all its pros and cons.
Yeah. But huge thank you. I really appreciate the content and the effort. I can imagine it takes a lot of time to build this up over the years and really helped me. Even if I didn't do any other projects afterwards, I appreciate it. So thank you. Huh?
Thanks a lot for your feedback. Much appreciated.
Yeah, this is Jan. I think the work that you have and Uwe have put into this has been phenomenal over the years. So yeah, thank you very much for this. Really appreciate the work.
Yeah. Jan from
AVI South Africa.
You've been there also sometimes in our cafe.
Yeah. No. I've been in the sessions also in and out.
Great. Yeah. Thanks a lot. Okay.
Yeah, this is too at IDEX. I just did a count the other day. I had to do a presentation, and I did one on our manufacturing systems here, and we've done almost 5,000 master recipes here. So we really, if we hadn't had this tool, I don't know what we would have done for our process side. And we still have about 400 left to go, 400 or 500.
Okay, and so you've got a lot of standard accepts referenced and doing all these things.
Yeah,
great.
we do. We have a lot of different manufacturing processes here. So we obviously started with the easy stuff, and now now we're doing the harder stuff. But what we've been able to do is, instead of IT developing all this, which is the way we started, we now have 5 business folks, people that actually run the line, that create these master recipes and XSteps in our quality environment, and then our change control people implement it into production. So
yeah, great.
Yeah, and they
know
really
the process.
Yeah, they know the process. Yeah, and they've been very aggressive about pushing our limits too, and saying, you know, why can't we do this, and this? We just had a process that Lonnie's implementing this weekend around phantom assemblies and lifting materials that are on phantom bombs and phantom bombs on phantom bombs, and how do we deal with all of that as we're making product. And we had a business that he's an operator, and he came up with what he wanted to do, and we just had to modify one function module for him essentially, and do one bit of customizing for an explosion
type.
And able to do this process that really simplified their recording of how they make their product. So it's really good to see when other people are excited about this and take it on and do it, because if it's just IT, you know, we're like you, we get pushed to other projects, and we're there just as a support role and can't just keep developing for, I mean, I've been doing EBR since 2006 when I started here. So with XStep, well, we started with characteristics. That was no fun. That was no fun.
Picks.
Yeah, picks. That was no fun at all.
I know.
And then we went on to XSteps, but it's been a long journey here at IDEX, but it's been one that is recognized as something that was really stepped us up and made a big difference in our
Very
business.
stable, very controlled. Yep. So thank you.
I can't imagine behind it. I just can't imagine, but.
Yeah, what you said with a business user doing all this is also something I had in another implementation of a pharmaceutical company, where that was a huge also improvement for IT, because they were not involved in every nitty-gritty thing. They could sort of focus on the real complicated stuff, where the daily job to create these things could be handed over to some key users. And it was also a benefit for those key users, because they were of course then more proficient or more experts. So for a career step was also quite a nice move. And also one real nice situation was there when I went through the paper batch record, not EB, paper batch record with one of the business, and it was very. So some setup procedures for multiple machines, and it was always like, okay, some instruction at the beginning, then a table with some set parameters which needed to be confirmed, and then some signature, and then it was pages and pages, like, and I think 7 or 8 different machines were handled quite the same. And I said to that guy, you know what, we will do that with just one standard XStep. And he was looking at me like I was crazy. And I did some function modules here and there, and at the end of the day, I said, here, see, it's just parameters you need to change, and then you can just use it for all these pages with one standard XStep.
One of our process instructions before we converted it was 97 pages long. Yeah,
Whoa.
And because this area was very detailed and very controlled, but they make water testing products where you can't have anything in the area that could cause contamination. So their work instruction was very detailed, and it was 97 pages long. And now, I mean, if you said, we're going to take your PI sheets away because, you know, we don't think it's working for you, they would kill us. They would revolt and be screaming and hollering because it's made their work much easier. You know, so
that's a nice quote. You should post that somewhere.
Yeah,
Your
here our users, and our users, you know, they tell us, you know, you can't take it away. We have one guy who he just makes bulks all day, like he makes bulk mixtures, and he used to spend several hours a day just writing out handwritten labels. You know, just something silly like that, where the system can print out a label for you. and they go, oh my gosh, now I don't have to do this anymore. I don't have to walk down at the end of the building to bring my paperwork to QA so they can review what I just did because it's all in the system. And then we've implemented QM so that QA can review what they're doing, and they only review what's wrong, what has deviations. So, the whole thing put together is a great efficiency for us here. And IDEX is growing by leaps and bounds, and if we hadn't had this in place, we would be struggling on the manufacturing floor and in quality.
That's a good quote. Thanks.
No. So we very much appreciate your efforts. But I'll miss you at conferences. Are you still going to go to conferences?
Well, the thing was, maybe for those who don't remember my vitae, I worked 7 years in consulting, and there were no conferences, they were just customer visits. And then I switched to solution management and 3 years. And there it was sort of a regular thing to attend conferences, still struggling with budget to really go, also struggling with ASAC to get chosen. It was not a given. That was great, of course, to go there and talk to you all. But then I moved from solution management to product management area, so more to the product area, because they split solutions to solution management to solution only, and then products, and so it was sort of decided, okay, who goes where, and I went then to the development area by that, and there the budget was a little bit more restricted, and so I got approval for ASAC, but then they said, no, there's no budget, you cannot go. Okay. But then anyway, now I'm in a total different area, and it would still be something to present, but again, we also have solution management here, and they do these kind of customer-facing things. It's not that I don't face customers as well. We get valuable input also for our hybrid marketing stuff, but it's no conferences.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
And tourism is always fun.
It was also fun with, there was one conference in San Francisco, where I went with Frank Schuler, who headed solution management there for manufacturing in Germany. And we three, so Uwe and Frank and myself, we went to Yosemite and tried to climb the half dome, but didn't manage it. And that was really fun.
Yeah, I think I was at that conference in San Francisco.
Yeah, maybe we met there. Good.
So the Google website, the Google is going to stay up so that folks asking questions.
Well, you never know what Google does. Google is infamous for discontinuing great things because of I don't know which reasons. So I hope that Google Plus stays around a little bit longer. I'm not sure. I don't know what would happen if they would discontinue. Could I sort of save these things here? But I'm not sure. It's sometimes hard to keep up with these things.
Yeah.
There are now new things. Slack is a new platform, but how to keep up there? You need to move the stuff over, and it's a lot of work also to maintain that blog. It's a private WordPress blog I'm doing here, so it's also a little bit of work I need to do every now and then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good information though there, so it'd be nice.
I already said.
You can get it.
I have also other private blogs. I've got a photography blog as well, and so I'm used to maintain these WordPress things. So I will. It's not a big deal. I will try to keep that alive. saying this, there might be a glitch. In the past years, I tried to convert all the sessions. So I think web sessions here. If I click on the categories, so all these video icons here, they should now link to YouTube. However, there is I have tried to convert them so manually, and it was a lot of work. And some of those recordings did not work out quite well with the synchronization of video and audio. So that's really a bummer. But I won't go back there. And so if anybody of you has that issue and knows how to do that, there is that link to the original Adobe Flash recording. And if you can do anything there and make a good copy of MP4 file, please contact me and I will incorporate it into my XStepCafe YouTube channel. But that saying, I'm not sure how long these flash recordings will stay live, because I think SAP wants to discontinue the usage of this whole Adobe presentation platform, which we are currently using. I'm not sure whether it will stay alive much longer. I'm not sure how long. And if that will be discontinued, I'm not sure what will happen with these recordings. So they might also be vanishing. So I don't know. So it's digital all.
That's too bad.
I mean, YouTube, I'm quite confident that these things will remain quite a long time. But the other stuff, I'm not sure.
Good.
Yeah. Anybody else who did not have the chance to speak up? Okay. Yeah. Or anything else the others want to say before we close up?
No, just good luck in your new endeavors and continue to hang in there with us.
Yeah. And I don't know if I happen to travel somewhere near you, maybe I send you a message and then maybe we can meet or something like that. Or if you happen to come to Waldorf, just drop an email and you can meet for a coffee or something.
Sounds good.
If you're in Basel, you're invited for beer.
Good. I need to know who that is. So maybe you send me.
I work now with Roche.
Okay, great. Yeah, I'm not sure whether I've got your contact email, but thanks a lot anyway. Okay, so let's not produce any tears now. So let's finish up clean, and I also wish you a lot of luck and good fortune for XSteps and the iSheets. It's a good tool. Keep up to it, and yeah, maybe we see each other or talk to each other in another context.
It's a small world.
It's a small world, exactly.
Yeah.
And if you happen to implement SAP Hybris marketing solution in your company, you can maybe also contact me, because I'm the right guy now.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's in a small area, sub area. So good. Then goodbye to you all, and bye bye.
Thank you very much.
Bye bye.
Thank you very
Bye.
much. Goodbye. Good luck. Bye bye.